It was probably...
I never meant to be so cold.
Welcome to AnythingCast After Dark. It's dark.
It's dark.
It is dark.
It's dark.
It's a Friday night.
Who knew After Dark was more dark?
It's Friday night. It's 7:45 p.m. And we were listening to Cold by Crossfade. We're in the new podcast studio, if you could call it a studio. It's just a different room in my house that I kind of whipped up because I thought I was having a baby, and then it turns out that I wasn't. So I moved everything, and so like
now we're in a new space.
Yeah, the old podcasting room was going to be a nursery. And now I'm realizing I could have just made that like the podcast room full time, but it's also right above Reed's bed. I realized that it wasn't the kindest thing for us to do to like record the podcast at 7:45 at night and then like right above where Reed sleeps, especially with how Eric laughs and me too. God knows.
I know, and then I just like stomp on the floor.
Yeah, pretty much.
Specifically to bother him.
You always try to steal Eric's gun, and then there's at least 1 or 2 shots off, and that definitely wakes him up. Then he calls the police.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real thing. It's a huge issue, actually.
It's always funny watching him rush to try and spackle the holes back together before the police get here.
Well, I don't want the police to like think that there were gunshots done in my house, and we've only tricked them twice so far. The other time, you've gone to jail.
Yeah,
And,
but
well, you both
I got
went-
better.
Yeah, but I mean, you have a felony charge that you're in court for right now.
Yeah, that's why you can't vote.
Yeah.
It's okay. There's not really anyone out there to vote for.
Did you guys happen to see that recent Trump town hall? Speaking of voting,
Where he like
just swayed
he just kind
to
of like
music.
rambled. Oh yes, yeah, I did see that. He was like,
we were
"Wait,
just swaying
that's
to
not-
music.
That was like the least interesting political thing to ever happen.
It was so weird.
It was because it was for like 45 minutes.
People asked like 4 questions, and he was like, "Who the hell wants to hear questions? Play me out." And then it played him out for 40 minutes.
and he's just standing there on stage because he can't dance or anything, so he's just doing this, swaying back and forth.
Yeah.
Put the footage of Trump swaying on
he's
screen.
Let's not do any more questions. Let's just listen to music. Let's make it into a music. Who the hell wants to hear questions, right? This is a man's world. So play YMCA. Go ahead. Let's go. Nice and loud.
Like 75, 80 years old. How much
He's 80,
giddy up and
he's
go
80.
you think he's
Well,
got?
like, yeah, he's like 80 something. I
Yeah,
think.
he's 80.
A song would stop, and he'd like turn to like his handler, which I don't remember her name.
His handler.
That's what she was.
What is he, a dog?
No, he's fucking dementia ridden.
No, he's just like
He
guy.
is. He swayed on stage
There's-
for 40 minutes.
That cannot, like, he does way too much stuff correct to be dementia ridden.
Does he do way too
He
much?
does. I mean, like, you get him on stage and
Listen
then he
to
still
any
talks
of his,
all right.
Nah, he doesn't. Go read a transcript of any of his speeches. They're rambly. They stop like mid sentence,
Which he's done for 10
they
years.
don't make sense.
That doesn't make him dementia
That's because
ridden.
he's been in 10 years of dementia throw, and it's even
No.
worse now. Back in 2016, way more coherent. Could hold a whole conversation.
Isn't that weird to
Today,
think it's been like a
can't.
decade since he got elected the first time? And
It's
people still
just
want him
about,
to be
yeah.
the same thing he was 10 years ago.
I would say it's obnoxious, is what I would say it is. It realistically, I would say it's very obnoxious to think, oh my God, I have lived through almost 10 years of Donald Trump being
It's
in the
been
news
exhausting.
every day.
It's been exhausting.
Because he's a frustrating figure.
asshole.
Yeah, he's just an asshole. You can turn on the news at any
I
hour
don't want to
and
see
it'll
an
be like,
asshole on my newsfeed all 24/7.
I mean, that can't be good for your mental health.
Well, it's like if you agree with him, then it's just someone finally shouting out all the shit you've been wanting to say for so long.
Yeah, of
You
course.
know, which is why his fans love him so much.
He's based,
And
is
it-
what you're trying to say.
He's Pepe.
I would
is.
say that
He's a
Donald
Based
Trump
Pepe.
is a lot like Papa John's pizza.
They both say the N-word behind closed doors, and then...
Yes, but that wasn't what I was talking
Oh,
about.
okay.
And no, not Papa John. They're pizza.
Oh, okay.
No, see, the same reason that one person is going to like it is going to be the reason that somebody else is going to hate it. It's the sauce, man.
You definitely
sauce.
didn't come up with that. You stole that from somewhere.
Who'd you steal
Oh,
it
no.
from?
That's got... Who'd you steal that from?
Oh, that.
No,
There's no way you came up with that
hold
yourself.
on. Is that your bar?
Yeah,
Yeah,
is that your
that's-
flow?
Are you
That's
claiming-
something
I put a beat
I've been
down-
saying.
Is it?
Ooh, Eric claiming a bar.
Oh my God.
Because I've been saying
Patrick,
that about
Future Patrick, Google that.
Future Patrick here from a few days in the future. As far as I can tell, that is indeed a 100% original Eric quote. I cannot find it anywhere on the internet, and people should give him credit. As a matter of fact, they should just give him, he needs a writing job. Somebody just give him a job. Any job, really. I mean, anything's better than selling meth.
Put quotes around it and Google it.
You're going
I've
to
never
fact check
compared
his
that.
ass. You are getting plagiarized,
Yeah.
checked.
I've never compared Donald Trump to Papa John's before, but
Did
I've,
anything cast Eric?
I've always said that like Papa John's is loved or hated for the same reason. I don't like it because of the sauce that they use. People who love it say they love it because of the sauce that they use because it's a little different. See,
Is that what makes Papa John's different? I'm not joking. I legitimately thought that people these days buy Papa John's because the guy that owned it said the N-word.
some probably do.
I think that is legit.
People do and do not
Okay,
buy
wait.
things based on
If we're
really
gonna do
dumb
this, we're gonna do this.
reasons.
We're gonna do this right. We got to put up a pizza tier list. Obviously, S tier Domino's.
I was gonna say
Domino's, for
Yeah,
sure.
Domino's.
Followed by Pizza Hut.
Yeah, followed by Pizza Hut.
yeah,
You know, Pizza Hut's the obvious number 2.
Yeah, and then everything else
Probably
just
Little
goes
Caesars.
into F.
Probably Little Caesars in
No,
C tier.
God, no.
I would
hate-
say Little Caesars is C tier, yeah.
It's hot. It's ready.
Yeah, no,
It's
yeah,
hot,
that's
it's
what
ready,
Will's,
it's cheap.
That's Will. Not Will. That's Reed's old bit. Reed's old bit was like, "It's hot and it's ready. Is it good? It's hot and it's
They
ready."
didn't promise that it would be good.
It's exactly what they say it is on the box.
You get what you pay for, but I will say you get a good deal. Whereas
It's just-
other places, you're going to pay way more for that pizza.
Why
and
are
it will
pizzas
be-
$30 now?
Yeah,
Why
that is
am I
true.
paying $30 for a large pizza?
Yeah, I'm not eating a fucking gourmet meal.
I just want to eat a pizza, and I want it to have more than 2
And I-
toppings.
Yeah, and I
then
want it to be $12.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh well, if you want more than 2 toppings, we're going to charge you an extra $5."
No,
and then there's the fucking phantom tax on that shit. Did you hear that? I said phantom tax. That gets to the Gen Z viewers right there.
Woo.
Yeah, I learned what phantom tax was.
Skibidi.
My father, I'll have you know, my father yesterday, and I kid you not, said Patrick is based.
Oh, he's gotten to base.
Yeah, he's gotten that far. He's come that. You know how like old people like they catch up.
Yeah.
on culture as it goes. My father has gotten to, he understands what based is now.
Well, I think there's a lag the older you get, right? Because
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
for
your
sure.
friends essentially stop caring about pop culture.
Well, it's bad for us right now, and we're 30. Like it's bad. We are so far removed from whatever like kids are saying.
nah.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
all right.
like-
you knew what phantom tax was, but if
Bro,
You Ohio scumlord.
dude, when we say shit like that and call people the Skibbity Rizzler, you do realize that like we are the boomer parroting shit that they barely understand back to the
Exactly.
kids.
Yeah.
Like that's what, even if we do
I have
kind
no
of
idea what an
understand it.
Ohio guy is at all. I have no idea.
I know Ohio.
Other than it's like
is,
related to, like, it's just like what the new Florida man is, basically.
I've always thought that the weird
you
obsession
guys
with
really
saying
are like kind of detached from culture. I'm not. I was kind of joking.
Let's
no,
discuss
okay, well,
this.
explain
No.
Ohio man to me.
No, because
okay, I can.
I thought
Ohio
was
man
there
is
some
like,
connection between like Japanese saying Ohio, like you know?
No,
What?
no.
No, Ohio man is just like the new crackhead.
Yeah, it comes from the Gen Z saying only in Ohio, meaning that
like Florida man.
No, kind of like you would say like only in Canada, or only in California, but only in Ohio. And generally things that happen in Ohio are not good. Like a recent example that I saw was somebody went to Ohio and they saw a lot lizard at a Hardee's.
Okay, that happens.
And they were like, only in Ohio. Ohio man is a version of like the plain Midwest guy who is like just bare neutral, like absolutely nothing impressive about him. He is like middle 5 out of 10 in everything in his life.
I see.
That is Ohio man.
Oh, he's not like Florida man at all.
No, Florida man's like kind of a crazy guy. Ohio
Yeah.
man is guy who you have never heard of but has worked with you for 10 years. And you've never even asked what his last name is, and you've never talked to him. That's Ohio man.
So many people at work, I don't want to know their last names.
Yeah. They fixed the time clock at Reed's factory that he works in.
Mine too.
And some guy immediately spouted out that like well, get ready for when Kamala becomes president. They're going to state communism. Then you're gonna have free labor. So ain't gonna need no time clock.
God, I wish.
Just immediately though. Imagine like being that guy, and like
But
the
being
time,
retarded, I couldn't.
time clock at your work gets fixed. Immediate thought, politics. We can connect this to Actually, you know what? That is you. Never mind, that is you. I was gonna say we can connect this somehow. We can connect this to communism.
I mean, it's the same as just saying, thanks Obama all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same shit. Like,
That was funny enough to where Obama got into saying it though. Like that was I thought that was pretty funny.
It's okay.
because
Obama said it was cool.
yeah, absolutely. And he smokes cigarettes, so you know he's cool. And
Why is it just an us generation thing where are we going to be the last generation who thinks cigarettes, like seeing someone smoke a cigarette is the coolest?
yeah, because like now like it's seeing somebody smoking electronic cigarettes the coolest.
and also, we kind of ruined it for ourselves to a certain extent.
Yeah, by giving
because,
ourselves lung cancer.
Well, like
It's not even that. Even at the risk of lung cancer,
we're
I
the
gotta tell you,
most
man.
we're like the last line of cigarette smokers, and we're all like super self-aware. People younger than us don't smoke anymore. They just use vapes.
It's true. Hey, you want to know a fun fact though?
Hmm.
Mississippi is one of the states where the least cigarette smoke.
What?
Least amount of cigarettes.
I would have thought the exact opposite.
No, you don't know
Yeah,
the
'cause
state
people
with the
smoke all over
most.
the place.
especially like underage or something.
What state is Boston in?
Wait, what?
What state is Boston in?
Boston,
Massachusetts.
That's the state.
Okay. What state is Boston?
So
I
Massachusetts
wanted to.
has
I
the most
know.
smokers.
I
Huh.
literally wanted to say like Boston is the state, Will, and then see if I could get him to believe me.
I couldn't. No, I know because I know that's like the capital or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, my
whatever.
brain will like
It's too
hover
important of
towards
a
New
city.
York just because so much shit was happening around
mean,
the
I'll-
time.
Wait, it's
New
too
York
important of a
and
city. Yeah.
Massachusetts.
in
were.
the
What
history-
happens in Boston?
The fucking American Revolution.
Oh, yeah,
like,
the Tea Party.
pretty much started
The
in
Tea
Boston.
Party.
Yeah, that's why it always gets conflated with New York in my head a lot because New York City and Boston both were doing a lot.
New
at that
England.
time.
You know what
Yeah,
I
the
always
New England.
think? I always think like New York or the New York Patriots are like a New York City team, but they're not. They're a Boston team.
What? Really?
Yeah,
The New York Patriots
yeah, it's a Boston.
are a Boston team.
Yeah, it's a Massachusetts team.
Wait,
Why
they're
are they called
New
the
York?
New York Patriots? Wouldn't they just be
Well,
the
okay,
Boston
once again,
Patriots
I
now?
want to point this out to you
Yeah.
that the American Revolution started in Boston,
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
where the Patriots were.
Yeah, I get
Okay.
that. That's
So they're called.
the New
Boston
York.
Sorry, no, wait,
Patriots.
wait,
Yeah,
the New
yeah,
England.
okay,
That's
okay.
what
It's
it
starting
is.
to make a lot more
God
sense
damn
now.
it.
You're just retarded. That
I
makes
am.
way more
I am
sense.
retarded.
That makes way more sense.
I'm gonna be clipped. Oh yeah, that's a clip, my brother. That is a clip.
no.
You just made a great.
Oh,
Thanks, though. That's a great clip.
No, that's good. You had me very confused for a moment. I'll give
I
you
did.
that.
I
Oh
didn't
man,
mean the New England
next episode is
Patriots.
gonna be so bad.
Oh, dude, I hope so.
I hope you guys enjoy it now because Thursday it's just gonna be me and Eric high off our ass.
Yeah, I basically have had a really bad time. As you guys know, I haven't been on the show, so tonight we're recording like on a night we don't generally record, and I'm drinking. So I'm
we're smoking.
drunk. I'm drunk for this one, and they're kind of drunk. I mean,
I'm on
Eric's
my
gonna be
first
kind of.
beer,
Yeah.
and I have
Eric's
to
gonna be
drive
drunk.
home.
I'm gonna be
so-
high.
I've drank half a bottle of Captain Morgan. So I'm gonna be drunk, and then next episode I'll be even more drunk, and you guys will be stoned.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a chaotic episode. I can already tell.
Unfortunately, the SD card ran out of space, and the next episode was cut short to only 16 minutes. Comment below what you think we should do with the 16 minutes of audio that we have.
My biggest thing is timing when I need to drink that Red Bull to make myself properly like sober enough, but not keep myself awake after the fact because I have early morning work tomorrow. It's gonna be a real balancing act.
If
I think
I
I
were
can cancel
if
it out
I were
with the
you,
alcohol.
I'd do it right now.
No,
That would be like
you
how
should
I
do-
do
You
it.
should do it after the weed for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I always do.
Actually leaning towards Patrick on
Really?
that. I'm
Yeah,
thinking
my
kinda like
scores-
finish this beer and then kill a Red Bull.
Yeah, Red Bull's always an hour before you need to be awake because that Red Bull is gonna kick you real hard.
That isn't for me.
Really? Does it kick you like immediately?
No, energy drinks.
Oh yeah,
hardly.
you're ADD. They don't do anything. For
Yeah,
you.
they hardly do
Oh.
anything for me.
Oh my god, that must be terrible.
Can't imagine that. That's how I knew I was only ever abusing Adderall when I bought it from people. Because I was like,
Yeah.
I absolutely get the speed effect from it, and it is
Yeah, just
awesome.
I mean,
I've got a hookup for that.
The caffeine wakes me up.
Excuse you?
I said I've got a
Red Bull.
hookup for that.
Yeah, I know.
I've got
Go
a
back
plug.
to that.
Yeah. I've got a plug for Adderall. I should see if I could trade him some of the Xanax that I got prescribed.
Oh, Jesus.
My doctor prescribed me 3 months worth of Xanax, and each month is a 90 pill supply.
Oh, my God.
So my doctor prescribed me
Popping the
200
Xannies?
270.
270.
Yeah, 270 Xanax pills.
How much money you gonna make off of that?
If you sold them individually, fuckloads.
Yeah, if I
Because you
sold
could-
them individually, like
Depending on how big they are, you could charge anywhere from $5 to
How
$15.
big is a Xanax?
they're worth
I
about
don't think I've
$8
ever
each. I already
had-
looked this up because I was really considering. it.
Wow, my estimate was great.
Yeah,
Wait,
I was
how much?
looking it
$5
up.
to $15. He's just like, yeah, 8. It's
Yeah.
literally.
So what's 200 times 15?
270 times
8.
15. 8, dude. I just said they're worth
270
about
times
8.
8.
Yeah, they're
Well,
worth
let's
about
see.
$8.
That's close to 250, which
It'd
is
be
a
about
quarter.
$1,700.
Yeah, so it'd be just shy of $2,000
Yeah,
for selling them
for all of
individually.
my if I just sold
If you
them
didn't give
individually.
anyone a group, like, because obviously when you sell shit like that, you'd sell someone, 20 pills for like $6 a pop because they bought a lot from you or something.
Point being, I'm saying I have a guy who's prescribed Adderall the same way I was prescribed Xanax, and I'm pretty sure that we could just like do a swappies. Just like
speaking of swappies, is he like a big swinger who like regularly gets into thruples with married women? Because I might know this man. I'm sorry, was that too much?
I don't know. Does he have teeth? Does your guy have teeth? Because my guy
Yeah,
doesn't
but
have
they're
teeth.
a little fucked up.
Okay, my guy doesn't have any teeth.
It's been a while since I've seen him, but I don't think he could have lost all of his teeth in
No,
2 or
dude,
3 years.
this guy, that's like way too identifying. That's like, I just realized like there's not that many guys that applies to. Patrick, bleep that out.
He lost all of his teeth because he was a terrible meth head.
Yes, exactly.
And he wears a Comanche
How's that
headdress at all times. And his name is Matthew Lillard.
My favorite part, his name is George Washington, and my favorite part is that his teeth are just, he wears the wooden ones made out of horse teeth.
That's cute.
It is cute.
It's cute.
Do you think George Washington was cute?
I do. Yeah.
What are the chances?
Oh.
Chances high or low, George Washington was like Salt Bae cute. Like he was kind of like handsome and like
Well,
in
he was a
charge.
military man, and he was a little bit on the higher status.
Gen Z,
thing.
do I sound old saying Salt Bae? Is that way too old of a reference?
Bro, I didn't understand that reference.
God fucking damn it.
I don't know what a Salt Bay is. I know
Surely,
what bay
Will,
means.
please. You
I
know
don't
what Salt
why
Bae
you
is,
said
right?
Salt.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is a Salt Bay?
Why are you going to challenge me immediately?
Excuse you. What is a Salt
why
Bay?
are you challenging me and not Patrick?
Because
You
I'll
wanna-
give the answer away. I'm the one that
I
brought
feel
it up.
like I feel like Patrick pretty confidently knows the answer. Patrick, text me the answer to that question.
Okay, hold on. Yeah.
Text me to the answer to that question,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
No problem.
Wait,
no problem.
and then we will ask Will.
Why do you
that
trust
way,
Patrick's answer?
Well, here's the
Because
thing.
it's going to be really easy for me to do this.
Now, if you have a strong argument that his answer was wrong, then I'll Google that shit, and we'll go on to fucking what's the thing? The dictionary for slang. What's it called online?
Urban
The
Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary. Yeah, we'll hop on to Urban Dictionary and figure this shit out.
We'll hop
But
on to Urban
first-
Dictionary.
We'll hop on to Urban
We'll
Dictionary.
hop
I'll
on
tell you
that
right now.
down,
We'll
boy.
figure out how to
Calm,
magic words.
calm down. Mama says she gets scared when you pull up them Urban's Dictionary.
She
All
don't
right.
like that urban culture.
Careful, there's a lion sober in this urban talk.
All right, Patrick. Patrick, you have texted Salt Bae to Eric.
Okay.
Now
So I'm not even gonna look at what he texted me yet. Okay. That way, his definition is now written in stone.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know what
it's,
his definition is. It's right
Salt
here on my
Bae.
phone.
Yeah.
So, Will, please, for the sake of the audience, tell us what Salt Bae
and the
is.
sake of God.
and then I
Raise,
will
put your hand on the Bible. Hold on. Do I have a Bible in here?
If you can go get me the
grab the
Mormon
Satanic Bible.
Here.
Oh.
Place your hand on the Bible, please,
Oh, okay.
and swear that
This is what
this is what you believe Salt Bae
sincerely
is.
believe Salt Bae means.
Hold on. Can I take a picture of Will's hand? Do you mind if I take a picture of your hand on the
You sure,
Bible?
go ahead.
Hold on.
Do you need to open the Bible? Do I need to put my hand?
No, you're
like-
supposed to put your hand on the cover.
Okay.
Will,
How good is my
Put your hand on the Bible and tell me what you think Salt Bae is. Patrick, put up the picture of Will's hand on the Bible.
I couldn't
But
be.
do hold it on
What
the Bible
is-
while we ask the question.
What is Salt Bae? On your hand on the Bible, on God, what do you think Salt Bae is?
Salt Bae.
Yeah.
Salt Bae refers to a woman
Why don't you give me the Weber's dictionary?
whom you. Oh, I thought
Webster's?
'cause I wanted to do it like a spelling bee.
Webster's.
Oh,
not
okay,
Weber's.
yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Spider-Man's version of the
Could you,
dictionary.
well,
the
actually,
Weber's.
now that,
Yeah,
now
do you
that
need
you've
me-
interrupted
Yeah,
me,
yeah. Now, do I use
could
it in a sentence?
could you like tell me if it's like an adjective, noun, verb?
Salt Bae. No, wait, no. Aren't you supposed to do this? The spelling bee. I can use it in a sentence. You have to like. You have to be
Wait.
like Salt Bae.
Wait,
noun.
don't you tell me what? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Define
All right.
Salt Bae.
Yeah. I'll use it in a
I'll
sentence
accept
for
the
you though.
dictionary definition.
Okay. That guy is giving real Salt Bae energy. Hand on the Bible. Patrick put up the picture of Will's hand on the Bible again.
Okay. All right.
What is Salt Bae?
He is holding it there.
Salt Bae,
Yeah.
a noun.
Okay.
Okay.
It is referring to when you have a woman whom you have strong relations to, whom you want to lick like a salt block.
Like a
Okay.
horse?
Salt Bae.
Like a-
like a horse, yeah.
Like a salt lick
Yeah.
for
Like
a
a
horse.
salt lick for a
yeah.
horse?
So it's like a woman who.
So Salt Bae is
So
a
you're
chick
asking-
that you
you're saying-
want to eat
hold
out
on.
like your life
You're
depends on it.
You're saying that, you're saying that earlier. I asked Eric if George Washington gave off that energy specifically that you just said, and Eric responded, "Oh yeah, definitely." Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Eric. Yeah. That's good. That's good enough.
So, it's funny, considering your definition there, because
It's not bad. I'm not gonna say it's bad.
what
Here-
Patrick gave me was,
This is Salt Bae.
I
Patrick,
believe
put
it's
up,
a-
guy.
put up a picture of Salt Bae.
I believe that's a meme for a guy who cooked funny.
Yeah, it was a guy
Because
who
he
sprayed
like
salt on
jingled
the
salt
thing.
off of his elbow onto
Yeah.
things
I
and
Don't
you
remember that
know
guy.
made a big like twinkle fingers thing. Like
Oh
he's
God,
like,
we are. Please tell me we're recording. We are recording. Okay.
yes.
Thank
yes,
God.
we're
I was like,
23 minutes
if
in.
we're not recording after that, I'm gonna kill myself.
God damn it.
Oh.
Speaking of killing yourself, traffic coming here made me want to kill myself.
Why?
I guess there's a lot. There's a lot of traffic, and people kept like slowing down.
It is Friday night,
constantly.
you know. And
excuse
it's
me.
well, it's not like Halloween yet.
Red
You guys
Bull
do
burps.
anything for Halloween?
Yeah.
Also, no. Question still stands.
Excuse me.
You think that George Washington gave off Salt Bae energy?
No.
No.
I don't know.
I mean, he had to give off some kind of energy.
Well, whose definition?
Like by the definition, the picture of the guy. Patrick put up Salt Bae.
Did he give Salt
Did
Bae
he give off that energy? Is that
energy?
why they wanted him to be emperor?
No.
Okay.
You don't think that was it?
Nah, I don't think.
What do you think it was, Will? What do you think that made people want to have King George the First of America?
Probably because he was just cool, right?
I mean, he did seem pretty based.
Yeah, he was based as hell. According to I bet my dad would call him based. I bet
Now-
even my father would be
now,
like, George
yes.
Washington was based.
Now that he understands the meaning of that term, he could call George Washington
Also,
based.
now that he knows that he owned slaves. Once he figured that out, he was a big George Washington head.
Just wait
George
till
had
he
to
finds out
call.
about Columbus.
Yeah. What was
a Georgian, if you will.
fuck, what was I about to say?
You were about.
Something about George Washington's wooden penis or something.
Oh, yeah, I had a revelation today. That actually put me on the right track. Thank you. I had a revelation today, a very important revelation to me, to no one else. But I realized that a lot of people say that the United States will fall like Rome, and that will be like, we'll grow to a height and then we'll fall like Rome, and that'll be like the way that the United States as a country ceases existing. And I think now that I know a little bit more about history, I think that it's way more likely that it'll go the way of France.
It's funny you say that because.
We'll get like a real Napoleon energy.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Like some dude will go into Congress and be like, I'm in charge now.
Just shoot a cannon across Congress.
Yeah, and then some guy will like try to stab him and he'll be like, they're trying to kill me. And then you've got to arrest them all. And
I
then
mean, Napoleon's just kind of like Caesar if he avoided the assassination attempt.
Yeah.
Like,
Not.
I mean,
Um,
like it's also different. I always look at things like in terms of empire, where like empires tend to last 500 to 1,000 years. Like
I thought you were just going to say
That's
5
Rome,
to
'cause it lasted
1,000 years.
2,000, baby. 2,000
no, Western
long
Roman Empire lasted 1,000. The Eastern Roman
The
Empire
Byzantines
lasted
still
1,000.
called themselves Roman. We only call them Byzantines. As
Yeah, because we're assholes.
Yes, but they were.
It is
but
true.
they were a different group of people.
not to them.
Nah, not by
That's
their consideration.
Cool people in Egypt consider themselves Egyptian, even though they're a
They
bunch
are
of Arab Muslims.
Egyptians.
They're Muslims, Eric.
I mean,
They didn't do
sure, man.
9/11.
Sure, man. All those Arab
They
Muslims are
didn't
the
do-
same thing as the 15,000
How many Egyptians
BC
you know doing
Egyptians
suicide bombs?
who fucking stacked up the pyramids? No.
I
of
think
course
if you
not.
live in Egypt and are a citizen of Egypt, that probably makes you Egyptian.
Cool.
think
And
that-
I'm also American, but my blood has nothing to do. Like my ancestors, outside of the last 70 to 200 years, there aren't any.
Has
Like,
Egypt had
'cause
that
my
much of a
people
cultural
aren't from
shift
here.
though? Have they had
Absolutely.
enough migrants to
Dude,
where it's like oh,
Egypt is owned by Arabs. They're racially and ethnically Arab.
sure, but are there do they have their equivalent of the Native Americans where they're
No, I think that they've just mixed and moved around a lot.
there's
over
some
the
dude over there
years.
still worshiping Ra and
I
being
honestly don't
we
know if
built the
that-
pyramids.
I don't know if that type of distinction is that important to the different little cultures in the Middle East.
I feel like the people who live in
Honestly.
Egypt now,
Like as in, I don't think they. I don't
Wait
think
a minute,
they
you're
really,
right. Because Cleopatra was one of the last pharaohs, right?
No,
And
she was Greek,
Yeah, and she wasn't even an Egyptian person.
right? Exactly.
Also, there's a lot of Cleopatra. No,
There's a lot
In
of
fact, she
Cleopatras.
wasn't even Greek. She was
The-
Macedonian.
Also, the Cleopatra you're thinking of was not one of
Descended.
the last pharaohs, considering she was largely a puppet, anyways. And if you really want to get into it, the last pharaoh was probably thousands of years ago. But anyways,
Yeah.
I mean, if you just whoever's king of Egypt is the pharaoh, if they're gonna call themselves a pharaoh and wear the big old crown and shit.
And the makeup.
I
Don't
would-
forget the makeup.
I would probably say you should also probably be a free nation who could make its own decisions. But that's just me.
They were.
I'm more focused on the
a
makeup. That makeup
protectorate.
rocked.
I like the eye shit. The
Dude, would
dark
you
eyeliner.
if you were the fucking pharaoh,
Yeah.
tell me you wouldn't wake up every morning and be like, hell yeah, slap that slaves in here.
Rami.
Have
I
any of
Rami.
y'all ever met a woman who has the Ankh tattoo at the
Oh,
end
yeah,
of her
absolutely.
fucking thing?
And every single time, it's the hottest shit.
It is. I
they're
literally thought
always
my wife was
hot,
going to be that.
But also, I look at it and I'm just there's a catch there.
They're-
Well, they're never easy.
Yeah.
That's the catch.
There's
Yes.
a catch.
Yeah, that
the
is
the
true.
chicks with the Ankh tattoo, it might be a little.
It's because she's a bitch. That's her warning.
She likes
She's a
weird.
bitch.
That's the warning.
No,
That's
no.
the bitch warning.
She is. She's a bitch, but she also is really into Sex Pistols and Death Grips and
yeah,
really
I mean, she'll
weird.
be cool, but she's gonna be a bitch.
No, I
And
mean,
just to be
and if,
clear,
if you are
none of
not
those
that
are
guy
gangs.
version of that.
None of those are bands. To this woman.
Yeah,
she's
no,
not-
those are, yeah. She's just into the concepts of those two things.
Sex Pistols
And Death Grips.
Death Grip.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know that there are bands.
No, she has no idea about music.
listen, if you see a
She's
lady,
actually deaf. She's never heard music.
look, here's the thing: if you see a lady, she's got the little eye twinge thing.
That sapped into her eye. She's blind too.
Yeah,
that's
listen.
why that's there. That's a symbol to say I'm
Listen,
blind.
that is nature's warning of I'm going to be a cunt to you if you talk to me.
Don't get
This
me wrong.
bitch
If I
can't
was
see her own nose in front of her face, she is
if I was
completely
blind, if I was blind and deaf and had all tattoos on either side of my eyes, and I was running around a room trying to feel my way around, and some guy tried to hit on me, yeah, I'd be kind of a cunt too, you know. But I'm starting to think it might not. It might be us. Maybe men are the problem.
I will couch this by saying we've all been
Whites.
way too afraid to talk to those women. We know.
Straight white men have always been the problem, Patrick.
Always
okay,
been the
I
problem.
like you just going.
You edited
white.
Speaking of,
Future Patrick, cut that, isolate it, and play it really loud with a bunch of reverb behind it, so it's like he's screaming it in a cathedral.
Whites.
speaking of the damn whites,
Yes.
Asmongold has been banned from Twitch for 2 weeks.
I heard he took the time to clean up his room.
Yeah, I heard that.
What a
I'd
thing.
ban ban him for that too. I mean, God, it's iconic. He needs the nasty room.
He has to have it. Otherwise, what is his brand?
If I can't look, if
His
I
brand
can't
is
watch
being
his,
ugly and having long hair.
if
That's
I
his
can't
brand.
watch his
I don't think he's
videos
that
without
ugly.
smelling a dead rat in the background, I don't feel like I'm actually watching.
What is
an
the dead
Asmongold
rat
video.
deal?
He has bad takes, but I don't think he's ugly. I don't
Well,
know.
I mean,
Oh, he's so ugly, dude.
It tells him when to
I
wake
am,
up
I
in
am
the morning.
into guys, and he is.
I am-
he's uglier than you.
Wow.
And that's saying something,
Yeah,
all right?
net neutral on me from that. I gotta tell you,
I like the people.
I'm crying now.
I'm crying now.
Patrick, play the "Oh, I'm Crying Now" from Kanye West's album Life of Pablo. To be fair, Will, I think you're handsome. I think Eric's handsome too. However, Asmongold is very ugly. He has no
Asmongold is
chin.
like an avatar of Nurgle.
No,
Yes.
It,
Yes,
not like
what are you
in the
talking about?
looks department though. In the looks department, he's an avatar of Zinch, and in the like the
I feel like-
lifestyle.
Nurgle is not a handsome man.
No, he's fat though. Asmongold isn't fat enough to be
Yeah,
an
he's
avatar of
skinny.
Nurgle.
Fair.
He doesn't have
Yeah, I don't know.
acne. You know, he's not like.
But he doesn't shower.
He
You know
lives
who's
in
an
Phil.
avatar of Nurgle?
Hmm.
Sephiroth Sword 57. That is an avatar of Nurgle. If I've well, maybe Korn. Let's be honest. Actually,
Oh yeah. Hey.
he might be Chaos
Blood
Undivided.
for the blood god, skulls for the skull.
He might be Chaos Undivided. I'll message him later and see what he
I
says.
think he said he was Shinto.
Did,
but I
Patrick,
digress.
put up Seph's answer to is. Let me message him right now so that future Patrick doesn't have to message him and then be like, I've got to wait on his response
Yeah, because
until.
that way you can message him now. And
Yeah,
get the
yeah, and then
response
get
by
the
the time
response.
you edit
Keep
the video,
talking, Will.
yeah.
I'm drunk. Keep going.
Okay. Well, my new favorite conspiracy theory. So you know the flat Earth.
Sure, I'm familiar with that one.
Turns out, actually, you know how like the circle of Antarctica, that like the wall of
The
Antarctica,
ice wall,
Yeah,
right?
an
that
ice
keeps
wall.
the flat Earth
So
contained. Yeah,
that
yeah.
ice wall isn't actually just like a weird flat ice wall that is keeping everyone from going off the edge.
You don't say.
It's
not
actually no, it's actually so the sun has turned out has melted a small part of a big globe that we're on that's flat.
Okay, I'm back. Did you
Wow.
just tell me that flat earthers are admitting that that we're on a globe now?
A way bigger globe than
So
what we thought.
yeah, so we thought that we were flat because the earth is so big.
Yeah.
So this is like a misogynist
But it keeps
telling me
going.
like,
But it turns out it keeps going.
and
And it's a globe.
okay.
So this is like a misogynist telling me like women are bitches and they're beneath us. But like, you know, you shouldn't call them bitches and like, you know, they have like individual names and you should kind of like judge them as like individuals because like some aren't really bitches, but like
It would be because
No,
he's
you
a-
don't understand. You don't understand. So you
and
know
that would only because one girl came into his life that wasn't mean.
Yeah.
That would be all it is.
No,
That's all this is.
So you
Bros
know
about to
the
get married,
Antarctica
basically.
ice wall.
yes, I know.
Now
yeah,
imagine that extending.
Yeah. Oh, I get the vision.
Until
I
it's a-
understand
until
that. I
it's a
see
circle
the
and
vision
kind
in
of
my
like
head.
a round spherical design.
Of all ice, yeah, all ice.
Oh,
And then
please
that-
tell me they think the rest of it's ice.
Yes,
It's ice all around.
all the way around until you get to us, where that flat part that the sun's melted.
You know, the
Okay.
more you listen to the flat earthers, the more you realize that the harder they research it, the more they're coming back around to the fact that, like, they're just like, yeah, but like, you know, it's like a flat disc like sitting on like a globe. So like, hear me out.
So
That's
like,
so cool, though. Imagine if
the
that was
idea
real.
is so cool.
So in
That's
other
so
words-
cool because there's that would mean there's like ancient shit locked in ice.
There's
Has
so
anyone
much ice.
explained to this
kilometers.
motherfucker what the Mercator projection map is?
I don't know what that gay ass shit is. Get that shit out of this podcast. Nobody who listens to this or is on this knows what that is. So
It's like motherfucker looked at like a flat map of Earth that was just like, but what if I put it around a globe? Then it makes sense.
Yeah, you wanna know what
And,
they're-
like,
the
I don't
laws
have
are-
to deal with the ice wall.
you
It's
know
just
what,
like,
Eric?
oh my
The
God.
laws of physics are still theories. How you feel about that?
How do you
faggot?
explain?
That's right.
How do you explain bees being so big they can't fly?
All I have to say is this.
That's your own phone. Why did you shoot your own phone?
Because you'll notice the bullet follows the directions of gravity. No
I
matter
get
what.
that, but that was a brand new iPhone.
Yeah.
You bought that like 2 weeks ago. You showed that to me.
You were really
Yes.
happy when you showed it to us.
Yes.
I mean,
Well,
you know, another thing is I really don't appreciate you like shooting firearms in the house. I do appreciate you, Will, not grabbing the gun for once, but like, and then, you know,
It
putting
was
holes in
tempting. I saw him go for it.
Here's the trick. And let me pull out my other
You know, that's
pocket.
the only time he unlocks.
As you can see, I'm actually a Samsung man.
Oh,
I
you're
hate
giving
Apple.
up the iPhone.
Yes.
You've been a Mac
to-
guy for like 20 years. What happened?
I had to ceremonially sacrifice it in order to move on in my life. I want the next stage of my life to be a more Windows friendly.
Are you getting divorced?
No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I'm converting to Islam.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, yeah, all right. That's
Salam alaikum.
that checks out. I'm sorry. I should have kept. I
Salami
should have
Malay
kept.
to you, brother.
I should have
It's
kept a
walaikum
straight face
assalam,
for
but
that.
Thank you. I appreciate you
Hold the
trying.
mustard.
Assalamu alaikum. Is that right? Is that what they say?
Walaikum assalam.
A lake la salam.
No, I was reacting to what you said.
Oh, assalamu alaikum. Is that like a real thing?
Assalamu alaikum, and then
I'll be
you
right back.
respond walaikum assalam. Like, and I don't know. There's a lot of like, you know, fucking, you know, accents. There's variations on the language. I know that there's one where you respond completely differently. I think the most common one, it sounds vaguely like assalamu alaikum, and then you respond walaikum assalam. And what that means is, depending on who's translating it, it either means peace be with you or God be with you, which in general Muslim rhetoric still means the same thing. You know, they're meaning the same. It's well wishing. It's just like God bless you.
Yeah.
You know, but it's kind of a common hello in the Muslim world. So like, if you meet some new people, it's polite to just say assalamu alaikum.
Yeah,
You know.
that's their how do you do.
Mm-hmm. And it might sound more like salamu alaikum. It might sound more like la salamu alaikum or something like that.
Sometimes
like,
it might just sound like boom.
no, that's called an Islamic goodbye.
Oh no!
You know, so basically, if you've ever been to Catholic church, this probably sounds pretty familiar. It's like, may God be with you and with you. You know, that's
Right.
That's what they're saying. It's not super fucking crazy.
Eric, who's your favorite biblical character?
Balaam,
Balaam.
Mhm.
What did Balaam do?
he beat his ass.
Like he beat his donkey?
Yes.
I don't remember this in Sunday school at all. Tell me the story of Balaam and his ass.
Basically, there's like this soothsayer actually, like, you know, get some decent shit
Mhm.
from the ether for whatever reason. And
You know what
God's just like, go tell these dudes this thing.
Let me
right?
interrupt you for just 1 second. You know something that always goes on in Christianity that no one talks about?
Mm.
Fucking magic shit.
Yeah.
Like reaching into the ether or like getting your fortune told and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like there's this
Well, it's like God didn't.
undertone of like there is magic, but like and of course, you know, Christian God's like, oh, don't do magic, blah blah blah. It's wicked. But
Mhm.
at the same time, it's weird because it's almost like it's this other thing outside of
Well, there's a lot of shit like that, dude. Like, don't worship any other gods before me.
True.
Wait,
Are there other gods or other than you?
so like
Like why
that's
do
an option?
why do you have to clarify?
why?
it's true. I've never really thought about that. Why do you have to clarify that?
I feel like you'd phrase it differently if there just weren't any.
And
Like-
you know, the apologetic would be
And of course,
the Israelites at the time were worshiping golden calf,
well, also if you go back far enough, it's
right?
generally thought that
And then like
Yahweh is just an ancient Babylonian
Storm
revenge
god.
fire god type
Well,
deal.
and also funny enough, the way it worked in the for those Israelites back then, I can't remember if they were first century people or not. I don't remember what century they are in when the first time the Bible was getting written.
Oh, bro.
But
If you're just talking about the earliest stories in the Bible, you're gonna have to go way further back than the first
Yeah,
century,
I-
AD or BC,
uh,
or CE or CE or
I mean, not really, because like for example, Genesis, likely, you know, obviously probably never happened. It's just kind of like a myth tale.
there's probably
We
hints
have
and bits
zero
to it.
evidence of Exodus. Like literally, you can look up. You can,
Yeah,
you
there's
can
not a
look it
lot of
up.
evidence that the
There's
Jews had a strong population in
Yeah,
Egypt.
yeah.
If anything, there might have been
Or that
some
they were
like,
slaves.
passed through.
Or that they were made to work like that, or that they exited.
honestly, despite them being a culture that definitely had slaves too, I guess way more exaggerated than it should be. And
Yeah.
like modern research says like, no, like the workers on the pyramids were like, yeah, they weren't
Well
making
paid and
money,
respected.
but like money wasn't a thing at the time. So they were paid in like
Wheat,
beer and grain. Yeah, like it totally made sense.
And they were well respected.
yeah,
like-
like it wasn't a dirty job. It was like,
No, you're
Oh,
like
these
probably
are
the
the-
king's cousin or whatever.
these are the cool dudes. They're like the pyramid builders.
Fuck, I'm back. Sorry.
Are
Yeah.
you okay?
Yeah, I texted both of you. I had to make a man's decision. I had to either test the waters and blow chunks into my pants or absolutely like rush to the bathroom like my life depended on it.
Oh,
And I made the right call. I can assure both of you that I was trying to make an allegory for I was going to be like landed the plane safely, but I couldn't think of like
Good job, Sully.
yeah, thanks, man. I couldn't think of an actual allegory for I didn't shit my own pants.
Did you
but I'm
imagine
sure
being
there's-
Sully?
Who's Sully?
Sully's the guy who landed the plane in the Hudson River.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Sully Sullenberger.
What is that? That's not his name.
I don't remember.
You're not
his
gonna
name.
you're not gonna fucking gaslight me with that shit. That's way too simple.
Patrick, please put up his name.
I do know what you're talking about though.
It's actually Sully Sullenberger.
You look it up. It was like Snopes. His name was Sully Sullenberger.
Mhm.
Yeah, that shit must have sucked, dude. Being like, yeah, we're flying over New York. It's no options. We just took off. We are 1,000 feet off the ground at most. Where do I go? The Hudson River. Imagine being on the bridge that's on the Hudson
when did that
River.
happen? What year did that happen?
1990 something. That's all I
What?
know.
Fuck no.
Yeah,
dude,
it was-
that happened like 2009.
Really? Was
Yeah,
it post 9/11? I thought it was
that
pre
was
9/11 world.
No.
Oh, that's
That-
even way worse.
And-
Imagine being in it.
yeah, that's
imagine-
what I was thinking.
Imagine being on the Hudson River Bridge and being like, God damn it, this shit again. Fuck.
Goddamn terrorists.
I
He
knew
got to
they'd
sit with,
get
like,
me.
He got to like sit with like Obama in like the White House and got like
I thought you were
invited
gonna say
to
in
dinner.
heaven.
If
I
mean,
really thought you were gonna say
Neither
like,
of them are dead, so no.
But in my head, he was sitting with Obama at the right hand of God, like Moses and, the other
Everyone
guy.
knows Obama is at the right hand of God.
hey, we were just talking about Moses. Who's your favorite Bible character?
Yeah.
David. David's pretty based. I'm not gonna lie.
An adulterer
David-
is your favorite Bible
Do you
character?
like,
An adulterer is your favorite Bible character?
Yeah, but I mean, the best part is that like people were like, "You can't beat that big old guy." He was like, "Watch me, faggot," and he went out there with a rock and a
I'm
piece
gonna
of
throw
leather.
a rock at his dumb fucking ass.
I love
fucking-
that. I love that the equivalent of that is just shooting someone.
Yeah, basically, he just went outside. With, like,
Bro, Indiana
Yeah.
Jones,
Shot
that
him.
motherfucker. He went
Yes.
out with his big like sword and was like, "Whoosha, whoosha, ha ha!" He's
Yep.
like, "I can cut a yak in half with my."
Goliath probably wasn't really that big, right? Like considering how short
he
people
was
were
8
probably
foot.
like
He was 8
8
foot.
Yeah, he's
8
like
feet.
8 foot.
I say that's reasonable. You
Yeah.
can be 8 foot.
No, I mean that's huge. Like,
we have
that's,
9
They make it
foot people in
sound
real
like
life.
he's like 15 feet tall, but realistically, no, he was probably about like 8 foot.
Did you see the?
He was just
new-
like a
huge
tall
dude.
basketball player.
Yeah, did you see the new?
Yeah.
Imagine shooting an NBA player and you know what it's like to be David.
I don't have to imagine that. But did you see the new Alien movie where they had like the alien mixed with the human thing at the end, and it's like giant and lanky and white?
No.
that? Isn't that like
But
Aliens?
Point being,
That's in Aliens.
No,
isn't it?
no, it's
No,
in,
that's
it's in
an
the
Alien.
new
Like giant-
Alien
no,
movie.
it's in
and white.
God damn it. No, it's an Alien 3. Get the right movie.
No,
He's
no,
right for
no,
one.
'cause I'm
It's
talking about-
Prometheus, but
No, it's in one. Okay, no. The
It's an alien
the human
rebirth.
hybrid alien was in Aliens, and it was in Alien Resurrection. Alien 3 took place in the prison and only had the one alien.
Okay,
And she
pause
jumped
yourself.
in the
Aliens
lava.
never had any human hybrid alien, unless you're just counting xenomorphs that mix with humans in general. But I don't think that counts. I just consider those standard xenomorphs. I'm talking about specifically the
That's
alien hybrid.
Resurrection.
No, the alien hybrid clone thing that Ripley gets sucked out of the tiny hole in the little ship. Then she's escaping. Alien 3. It had the skull face.
No, dude, that's Alien Resurrection.
No, it's not. That's Aliens 3.
No, that's Alien
The
Resurrection.
Aliens
dude.
3 is the one
Alien
that takes
3 is the
place
one
in
that
the
takes place in
prison.
Yes, that's the one with the little skull alien.
she
No,
got a
she
little
does-
skull alien.
That's
No,
her little
dude.
baby skull
But he
alien.
puts, the
No,
alien
she
in
jumps
that one
into the-
dies in lava. You can't trick me. You can't
Yeah,
gaslight
there
me.
is no
No, the
Starflight
alien in that
Why
one-
are we
in
so
that.
off topic? Point being, the big fucking alien at the end of the new Alien movie, that's a big fucking basketball player in real life. The guy that they got to do it, he's fucking huge. He's like,
Yeah.
he's like a, Patrick, put up a picture of him. He's a real life monster. If this man walked into the room right now, Eric would shoot him. Actually, that's not that surprising, really. This dude looks like scary. Like,
What, he got a big forehead?
No, he's got long arms that are freakishly long and like a tiny torso and giant legs and like a tiny
What
head.
team does he play on?
The Bears.
Oh, that's my team.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't remember.
Good for him.
He's not no, you know what? Actually, he's not even American.
No, seriously though, the Grizzlies are my NBA team.
Are they the Memphis Grizzlies?
Yeah,
Hold on.
they suck though. So I mean,
Alien NBA
I don't watch
star
basketball. So.
they have one good player on the team
movie.
right now.
Well, if he's
white
in the NBA, he's working
thing.
for an American team. So
What?
You know, he's
Why does Google know what my drunken ramblings mean when I put in Alien NBA star movie white
Because everyone's
thing?
looking it up.
Yeah, but they're not looking up Alien NBA star movie white thing. That's
the-
what I put in.
That's the AI helping you out.
This is what he looks like.
Wow.
Like if he walked into the room, you would shoot him. He's terrifying.
he looks like Slender Man.
I know. He looks like Slender Man.
Oh, hey, speaking of Slenderman.
What? Please tell me more. I need to know every Slender Man fact.
Yeah. Okay, well, did you know that Slenderman wears a suit that cost exactly $2,539?
Wait, what? Okay, yeah, continue. What the fuck are you saying? What does that mean?
Yeah,
So, do you
what-
remember the two girls who stabbed that one girl like 19 times for Slenderman?
Yeah.
So one of them has gotten out of the mental institution she was committed to.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
heard about her.
And the other one has now, this is I think her third attempt to try to get out.
Mhm.
So her first attempt, I think she took back. And then her second attempt, the judge said she was still a danger to the public.
Yes.
I don't think they'll ever not be, to be completely honest.
Probably
Well,
not.
one of them is out.
I want to put
Yeah,
something
I think
into
that's wrong.
I want to point out.
I want to put something in perspective before you continue this, because Slender Man, and it's kind of still relevant. This is him next to the main cast character in that movie.
What is
That is him dressed up as the monster
that? Is crazy.
next to her.
Is
If that walked
is that
into
not
this
CGI'd
room,
at all?
no, it's all prosthetic.
Whoa.
You would shoot him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's
That
terrifying.
does not
He's
look
terrifying.
That does not look like he would want to kill you.
No, it looks like the space jockey. It's
Yeah.
like he
I'll
looks
be
like the space
honest,
jockey, except for he's huge.
If he walked in this room right now unprompted, I would.
The audio here was corrupted. Eric goes on to say that he would treat the white monster the same way he treats all whites, by unloading his revolver into them without remorse or hesitation. He finishes the statement by giving a Roman salute, yelling something in German no one else can understand, and ranting about how modern-day men lack the necessary genetics for producing testosterone and are therefore inferior to the superior Aryan warrior race that he belongs to. Patrick begins looking around the room for an object that he believes he would use to fight the creature if it walked into the room.
I don't know. What's the closest dangerous weapon? I don't know. The microphone stand, probably.
The hookah thing, maybe.
Oh, the bass guitar. Bass guitar's good. You hit
Oh,
a
yeah,
motherfucker
go-
over the head with a bass guitar, you kill him.
Go straight El Kabong on that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
El
Kabong! Yeah, okay. So what about the girl from
And
the Slender Man?
All of the Zoomers
Oh,
just
yeah.
left.
Well, that was it. She's on a third attempt to get pardoned, to get out. to
She'll
go-
never get out,
to maybe
dude.
live with that. Well, the other person did, so she might.
Yeah, I know, but she's way worse than the
It's-
other
well,
person.
I don't know.
She's
The
like-
other person was the one who egged her on, while she was the one who actually stabbed the girl.
Yes.
I don't know
I
which
would say
one's
they're
worse
both
than that
the
because
same.
one's manipulative, one's the actor.
Yeah, but being a manipulative bitch is just being a woman when you're 16. All right? Like they were like 13, 16 and she's a
Yeah,
female.
but
So being a manipulative
most-
bitch is like in her nature.
Most catty teenage bitches don't get someone to stab someone to death, so I feel like there's
Not
a
the kind of catty
distinction.
teenage 13-year-olds I date, man.
The victim didn't die.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, but in this case, I wouldn't really consider that a plus for their
She
sentencing.
did get stabbed like 17, 19 times.
Yeah, it wasn't for lack of trying.
Impressive.
She was gonna die, but she dragged
She dragged herself
out
to
of
the
woods.
road.
Yeah.
She had bad
God, that bitch was cool. Patrick, put her up on screen with her name.
She had
Yeah.
bad bitch energy
Bad bitch
through
energy.
and through.
Imagine
She-
like growing up and being like, yeah, I got stabbed 17 times when I was like 15 and then dragged myself. Like women, you
Yeah.
hear like people say like, oh, women have higher pain tolerance than men. And then and I'm like, bullshit. And then shit like that happens. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm starting to see it.
Yep.
You stabbed me 17 times with anything.
I'm just
You
gonna
can stab
die.
me with your keys 17 times. I'm not dragging myself out of the forest and to the yard to like the road.
I'll just lay there going,
No.
ah.
I will convince myself.
You know, being stabbed with a knife.
I can see it. I can see you just laying there in the forest bleeding and crying. I know. I know realistically what I do is I would convince myself that if I just lay there and be still, that I will heal. I'll be like, it'll be okay if I just stay here and I just relax and stop hyperventilating. If I just go to sleep, you know, maybe
Go to sleep's the worst part.
And I'll sleep this off. You know, I've been I'm bleeding out of 17 holes in my body.
I would say
You know, that's how people die in war. People die in war where they're just like, oh, fuck, I've been stabbed. They go down the ground and they're just like,
I'll go to sleep and get
maybe
better.
I'll sleep and then the war, like the fight will be over and then I can wake up and then I'll be good and somebody will be like, come on, buddy, let's get out of here. That's totally how it must have happened in like the 1200s or some shit.
I will say that there's a bit of logic in not like moving around a whole lot after being stabbed. I think stab wounds don't like being jostled a
Julius
whole
Caesar
lot.
be
God,
like,
you were this close to
Yeah.
going into an English accent.
If
Did you
only-
notice that?
yeah, what the fuck was up with that?
Yeah, did you notice
Yeah, I
that?
did. Why don't you play that back? Why did you do that?
After being stabbed, I think stab wounds. You're all looking too much.
Yeah.
into
So were you for MI6 this whole time? It's
Imagine
actually-
for
He
just
pulls,
1
he pulls out a
second.
walkie-talkie. I've got them.
Yeah. Well, no, we already did that bit.
Oh,
we
yeah.
already did that
Sorry.
bit. That was the intro
I'm
to
stealing
it.
from somebody.
You're
anyways.
stealing from yourself like 6
Imagine for
episodes.
just 1 second.
Imagine
Julius
that the
Caesar
entire podcast
had
was
the-
British.
No, getting in
I'm
more
gonna
of an Australian.
stab you, mate.
What if everybody on this podcast was from a different part of England?
Nigel.
I can't even do it with a straight face. What if we all...
I'll be Italian.
No, just England in general. What if we're all...
I'll be
what
Italian.
if
I'm fine with
everybody
this.
on this
Scissors.
podcast was from a different part of England and we all had different English accents?
I like how you're going for like a Tim Curry here. They can't even sound the same. They're all beasts in my
Oh
eyes.
God! I wish I hadn't been drinking. I could do that with a straight face if I hadn't been drinking. But I got the giggles.
Do you remember how? See if you can close to Nigel Thornberry.
Okay,
That
what
is
do you want
Tim
me to
Curry.
say? What do you, it is Tim Curry, but what do you want
Oh,
me to
it
say?
is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Say it.
Eliza. Ah, yes.
What's a
Okay,
Nigel Thornberry
maybe
thing to say?
back that one up. Don't talk like that
Oh,
about
do
your,
it. Look at
I'm gonna
Eric.
do that to Kira next time we're in
12-year-old
bed.
daughter.
Look at
Oh
Eric.
yes, spread them, sweetheart. Wow.
Look at Eric and go ravishing.
Ravishing, baby.
Yes, Darwin, come
here.
here.
Patrick, put in
Let
like
me
wet
see that
making out sounds.
monkey anus.
Let me see that monkey. You heard that? Monkey is now like a slang term for vagina.
What? That doesn't even make sense.
It's from the new. It's from a song where he's like, "Gotta get to you and that monkey. Gotta get to you and that monkey."
I don't even make sense.
Bro, monkey is slang for penis.
No, it's slang for vagina. Unless
You've
that
never
guy.
spanked the monkey?
Oh, that you're right. It's monkey
Oh.
slang
Monkey
for
is
every
super
single.
slang for
He
penis,
wanted the
dude.
penis.
It's not.
It was like secretly a gay song.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was an
No,
L-
it wasn't even
He
singing
wasn't singing.
gay.
He wasn't even singing
was
about.
just-
Yeah, he wasn't even singing about a woman. In my head, I'm like, he's like going through a club.
Now it's a gay club.
You've turned you've turned the hot women around, and
Yeah.
now it's a guy.
Yeah, it's like you.
His long,
yeah,
flowing hair brushes to the
yeah,
side.
it's basically Will.
Yeah. Hey, what's
he,
up,
he
bro?
parts
Yeah,
his
what's up?
goatee with his fingers and goes,
He says, "Gotta get to you," and that monkey grabs your dick with like and balls in hand, squeezes tight but not tight enough to hurt. That's always a good feeling. That's always my favorite feeling.
Speaking of grabbing
through the jeans.
Speaking of grabbing the dick and the balls and squeezing just enough to let them know that you're in control, but not enough to hurt.
Yes.
Diddy has been arrested, I think, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I heard that he's.
he raped a lot of people.
So
It
many.
wasn't
Allegedly.
really that he
Well, he
did
wasn't-
it himself. It was that he
He was
alle-
trafficking.
Yeah, he put on
Sex
parties.
trafficking.
He put on parties that he called freak-offs.
Or freak-offs. Yeah.
Freak-outs. Eric, please. You try to act a little bit younger than you are. Yeah, he put on freak-offs where everybody could, like, just... There's no social norms, I guess, is the implication.
Was that over 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
Yeah. The guy... What was his lawyer's excuse for that?
He lives next to a Costco.
Yeah, that was what it was.
It's like, he buys in bulk. How much bread is in his deep freezer? How much ground
the biggest
beef does he have?
Only like 20 come into a case.
That's a good point, Eric. What is one thing that someone could own 1,000 of in their house and you wouldn't be like, that's odd?
Eric, bullets.
Yeah, like it wouldn't raise any red flags whatsoever. You've got 1,000 of them.
For Eric, bullets.
Actually,
bullets.
Yeah, I've got 2 800 packs of 22 caliber bullets, so that's 1,600. But 22 caliber
answer.
bullets are like, tiny.
And you live next to a Costco, so.
Yeah.
I don't think you can buy 22 caliber
and that
bullets
police
at a
station.
I don't know.
Actually, yes, you can. You definitely can buy.
I've never
22.
tried to buy. I don't go to Costco's because we live in the South. We don't have it down here.
You can there's no way you can't buy bullets at a Costco.
You can definitely buy shit like that at Walmart.
Absolutely, you can buy a shotgun at Walmart. How has it
my
not
shotgun
happened?
at Walmart.
How has it not happened where a guy has gone into a Walmart, broken into that glass case, got
That
the
has
shotgun?
happened.
Has it?
Yeah.
Okay, thank God. Walmart just buried that story. That's all that happened. Because I was
it's been years now.
Because that's like such an obvious thing to do. Like if I was going crazy and I was like, I don't have a gun, I want to kill a lot of people.
I think what happened,
robbing gun stores is generally a bad idea because the people who
Walmart isn't a gun store.
Well, yeah, but the guy behind the gun counter is.
There's
a gun
never
store
anyone there, Eric. Have you ever tried to buy a gun at a Walmart?
No,
it takes
I went to a gun
30
store.
minutes to get the guy to show up.
Also, the person at Walmart's not going to have a gun. This is what happened. So a guy went to Walmart, if I'm remembering right. Basically, he bought the shotgun. He was like, I want to buy the shotgun. Because this is when Walmart sold... I guess they still do, but technically. But anyways, they sold the guy the gun and the shells, obviously.
Yeah, they do.
So the guy sat there, he loaded up, shot the guy, I think, at the counter, and then just proceeded to go across the Walmart shooting people.
Bro saw the first Terminator movie too many times.
Yeah, really. I was thinking even if you got like a full case of shells for a shotgun, that's at most, 25, maybe 50?
Generally 25 to a box, yes.
Yeah.
But a hunting shotgun you'd buy at Walmart would shoot and hold roughly anywhere from 1 to 7 rounds. Yeah, if it was a pump action,
assuming
with a
you took out the little choke.
Oh, that's why Walmart. That's why
choke is for
Walmart
the tip
stopped.
of the barrel. You're
But the
thinking
choke
of a
is always
magazine
in there
stopper.
when you buy it.
No. A choke is for the barrel. You're thinking of the thing that goes in the magazine. It's not called a choke.
That's why Walmart stopped selling the drum barrels. It's starting to make sense now.
Yeah.
The drum magazines.
Drum magazines. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
Drum
you gotta
barrels, drum in. Yeah, drum magazine and drum barrel are different things. You put the drum barrel on there, you have to have the drum magazine, obviously. It shoots the whole thing. It's like 12 shotgun shells.
I don't think a gun as
Hold on, bro. Let me load
wide
my
as
gun barrel.
Yeah.
I think the last time someone made a gun that had a barrel that was the size of like a drum would have probably been like the Grand Bombard of like the 1500s.
That just makes me want to play the Trigun. Like, you remember the Trigun intermission commercial music? Where it's just like it's just like a sick guitar riff.
Yeah.
I just want to put like that gun up on screen and then just play that riff and then put it up again. But it's black and white and then play the riff again and then come back into the show.
The Grand Bombard was like something made by like the Ottomans when they took over Constantinople. And it was one of those things that was so fucking big and ridiculous that they had to have like a crew of like 100 slaves pouring olive oil over it so it wouldn't overheat in between shots, which took like an hour to shoot at a time.
All right, that's interesting, Eric. But honestly, we've reached the end of the show. And Patrick, just do that thing that you said you wanted to do. That sounds like a really fun idea. Play the Trigun music as the outro theme with the picture of the giant gunshot gun.